Welcome to Songwriting Lessons I've Learned the Hard Way. This is part one in my series. My name is Katie. I've written hundreds of songs, released quite a few of them out into the world, and I have made a lot of mistakes. Not every song I have written was a banger. So I learned some lessons through those mistakes, which is the best way to do it, and I thought I would share some of these lessons with you. So today I would like to talk about the hook. The hook is like an industry term for the catchy part of the song. So this is the short, it's memorable, it's a melody, it's a phrase, it's a lyric, and it's the part of the song that ends up being remembered. I like to make sure when I write a song that my hook relates to or sums up what my song is about. I'm going to give you a little tip on how to write a lyrical hook. We'll talk about melodies later. First, you have to decide what you want your song to say. Now, that's not to say every song has to say something. A lot of songs are just kind of stream of consciousness. Some songs are nonsense. But if you want your song to have a message, you have to decide what that message is going to be. And it doesn't have to be super pinpointed. It can be vague. It can be just a statement. And at first, it doesn't have to be beautiful. It doesn't have to be lyrical. It could just be what you want to say. I will do kind of a silly example so you can kind of see it in context. So if I were to say, I want my song to say, I like pickles. How would I say that in a unique or creative way, in a way that hasn't been done before? So the second part of deciding your hook would be to brainstorm different and unique ways to say it. Write a bunch of them down. I use my notes in my phone because it's portable. I can have it with me wherever I go. So whenever I think of something, I can just type it in. But there is something to be said about, a nice felt tip pen and an analog notebook. Whatever way works for you, just write your ideas down. When you're looking for your song's hook, it is a great tool to use literary devices. These are kind of just little things that tickle our little human brains when we hear them and make a lyric more memorable, impactful. Specifically, some that I like to use are alliteration. I like similes, metaphors, imagery is a big one for me, and repetition is very important in songwriting. I will go into more detail on those specifically in part two, but in the meantime, start thinking about what you want your song to be about and brainstorm. Write it all down, get it all out. Thank you for joining me, and I hope I see you for part two.